Shnei Achim, two brothers. And one of the two brothers dies. The Yibim Hasheni Yosei Shesochiv. Right? The surviving brother, the Yibum. Okay, wait. V'achach nod lehem. Ach. Now, so when the third brother was born, the first brother wasn't alive any longer. Okay? Umes. And now the second brother dies. Harishona Yotzim Shemeshes Ach Shlo Yibolomo. So the first woman he can't marry because she was the wife of the first brother. That's the first wife. One did even that's the right. Harishona, she means from the first marriage. Who was married to the first one. Harishona. Yotze Mishum Eshach Shlo Yibolomo. Vashniya, that means the wife of the second brother. Mishum Tsaroso. That's Tsaros Ervo. Right? That's Tsaros Ervo. Also B'Maimer. Let's say the surviving brother just did Maimer. He wasn't Miyabimer. Wasn't Miyabimer. So if he wasn't Miyabimer, that means his wife. And after he did Maimer, he died. He never did Yibum. So his wife never became a Tsaros Ervo. Right? Because he was never Miyabimer. But he did Maimer. So what does Maimer do? Also B'Maimer, he did Kedushin. Umes Hashniya Choletzes Lo Misyabemis. His wife, she's not a Tsaros Ervo, but Choletz Lo Misyabemis. Reb Shimon Omer, Reb Shimon says, this Reb Shimon was mentioned at the beginning of the Masechta, Miyabem Leizim Mashiritze. He can be Miyabem either one. Why? No. What do you mean there's no by it? He could even be Miyabem, even the first one. We'll say, yeah. Oh, Choletz Leizim Mashiritze. So the Gemara is going to say, evidently, Maimer is a Kinyan. Maimer, it became his wife. So since he was born when she already was the wife of Shimon, so therefore that wipes out, we don't recognize as the wife of Reuven. That we'll see more. Reb Shimon holds that, let's say it was Mes v'Yibim. Shimon did Yibum, Reuven's wife. And then Levi's born and Shimon dies. Reb Shimon definitely holds, he's Miyabim, either one, no question. Because why? Because the first marriage is no longer there. She's the wife of Shimon. Not a question, less. Totally. That was saying even a greater Chiddush. Even though only he did Maimer, he didn't do Yibum. That's the equivalent of the same thing. Same thing. He's Miyabim and Sheyirtzeh, or he's Choletz and Sheyirtzeh. Okay. Yeah. Omre Boshio. Cholokei Reb Shimon af Rishona. Yeah. We'll see in a moment. Reb Shimon argues even in the first case. What af Rishona means, even on the first case. We have two Mishnahs. The first Mishnah on Daf Bezom and Aleph speaks about Eish Shezach Shlo Yibolomo. And then again, this Mishnah is speaking about. What do we need two Mishnahs to speak about the same thing? So evidently it's two different cases. Reb Shimon's arguing even the first case. What's Eish Shezach Shlo Yibolomo? That he was born before the Yibum took place. Reb Shimon holds even there, he's permitted, and then subsequently Shimon is Miyabim. Yeah, Avi, listen to this. You have Reuven and Shimon. Reuven dies, his wife was even to Shimon. Right? Levi's born before the Yibum. Now, Shimon's Miyabim, Reuven's wife. And now Shimon dies. Reb Shimon holds even there, he could be Miyabim, the first one. Why? Because when he died, whose wife was she? If factually, so what's Eishav Shlo Yibolomo in the Torah? It's speaking, let's say, Reuven is alive, he dies, he leaves over a wife. And now Shimon is born. Everybody agrees, that's Eishav Shlo Yibolomo. It says, Ke'eshuv Achim Yachdi, he can't, it's the first one. Here, the Chiddush of Shimon is that even though when Levi was born, Shimon hadn't yet taken over the marriage, so she was still called Eshes Reuven. But if Shimon is Miyabim and subsequently dies, Levi can even be Miyabim, even the first one, which is a greater Chiddush. If he's born after Shimon dies, after. Even though when he was born, it was pre-Yibum. I mean, it's a double poshet, less man the polig. Reb Shimon, if he's born after Shimon already did the Yibum, so that means Reuven's marriage didn't exist when Levi came into existence. That's understood. That's poshet. The greater Chiddush was saying, even though he was born before Reuven's marriage was taken over by Shimon, But if it was subsequently taken over, even there, Reb Shimon holds, the Levi could do Yibum on the first wife. That's a greater Chidush, right? Because when he was born, she was called Eshes Ruvain. She was still called Eshes Ruvain. Okay, we'll see. No, because you're right. When she falls now, who's she falling from? She's falling from Shimon, not from Ruvain. But that's a greater Chidush. Why? How do we know Reb Shimon's even arguing, even the case where he was Nolad before the Yibum? Even there, he's Miyabein, Ruvain's wife. Midiktoni Mishnah Yisero. We have an extra Mishnah. Why? The Bovid the Reisha, the Mount Ketoni law. We have the Rei, we have Daf Beis, we have the case of Eshach Shloi B'Lamo, and here again it speaks about the case here. Eshach Shloi B'Lamo. What is it speaking about? It was Nolad L'Acha Yibum. So what's the first case speaking about? Who's that coming to tell me? If the Chacham hold Nolad L'Acha Yibum, say Eshach Shloi B'Lamo. Nolad coded before Yibum, definitely say Eshach Shloi B'Lamo. So what do I need the case on Daf Beis? Evident that case is for Reb Shimon. The Nados of Reb Shimon arguing where he was born after the Yibum, he's arguing even if he was born before the Yibum, and then something Shimon is Miyabim, and then he dies, the Levi could be Miyabim even the first wife. Even though he was born before the Yibum. Right?
So why are we talking about Mama?
We're not talking about Maimah yet. No. As we say, what do we need to extricate? Ilem the Rabbanon, Hashte Yovam Yibem Ulabsov Nolad, the Chiash Chebet Teira Ashkechei, Os Rabbanon. Right, that's this case. The case of the Mishnah, he was born after Shimon was ready Miyabim. So when he is born, whose wife is she? She's the wife of Shimon. And yet still the Chachamim say he's not permitted to do Yibum. Nolad Vakach Yovam Yibem Minolei, mi boy. So if he was born before the Yibum, and subsequently the Yibum takes place, the Chachamim say it's permitted? He could do Yibum? Of course not. You hear what the Gemara is saying? We have two cases. Ruvain Shimon. Ruvain dies, he has no children. His wife falls to Shimon. Okay? Shimon does Yibum. Okay? Well, Ruvain died, fine. Now Levi's born. A third brother's born. When Levi's born, whose wife is the Yevamah today? She's no longer called the wife of Ruvain. When he came to existence, Shimon. The Chacham say, even there, Levi, if Shimon now should die childless, Levi cannot marry that woman. Cannot. There's the Chachamim. The Chacham say, neither. The original one's because that's Saras Erva. Neither. He can't marry the original one because she was Eshach Shloi B'Lamo, because when that woman was originally the wife of a brother who existed before he was born. And the Torah says all the brothers have to live at the same time for the mitzvah Yibum. No, even if she moves over to Shimon, and she moved over before Levi was born. No, that's always that's the discussion. That's always that. Oh, it's always this. That's a shayla. Is there a remnant left over? No, because Shimon took over the marriage from Ruvain. Shimon Yibum is you're taking it over. There's a zika. He takes over the zika. He takes the zika, intensifies it. The son stays from the Ruvain. Regardless, even if he's born afterwards. Shimon says no. Not only if he's born afterwards could he do, even if he's born before, where already the Zika already was called, she was still called Ruvain's wife. Even there, if Shimon takes it over, she's called Shimon's wife now, right? No question. No, then of course, if Shimon should die, Levi definitely does even, because they're all equal. That's because of Abba Shaul. Because Abba Shaul holds that unless you're in Kavonis L'Shem Shemayim, it's Korban Yosef Vlad Mamzer. Because basically she's an Eshusach. So Eshach Mocha Mitzvah. So if you have any other intent than Mitzvah, that's the reason. Yeah. Right, for that reason. Let's say Ruvain's on his deathbed, but he's still alive. And right before he dies, his mother gives birth to a third child. Newborn infant. That newborn infant, when he becomes an adult, if Reuven's wife did not have Yibum yet, he could do the Yibum. Because they were all contemporaries. Because Levi was born when his first brother was still alive. Because Torah says, Kieshu Achim Yachtov. They need Yeshiva Achas Bolam. As long as they're alive at the same time, the laws of Yibum apply.
So one woman, supposed to Reuven and then to Shimon, Reuven fell to Levi.
Correct.
No problem if they were all contemporaries.
Correct. Okay? So, Elo, Lavla Reb Shimon, evidently, why do we have the first case in the Mishnah on Daf Beis? That's to tell me, according to Reb Shimon, Itzrich. V'tana Reishel Dichel Kok to Reb Shimon. So why is the Reishel written? To show us to what degree Reb Shimon is making. That even though she was a Yavama, at the time that he was born, she was still called Eishes Ruvain. Still you do Yibum. V'tana Sefer. And the concluding Mishnah, this Mishnah, the Kok to Rabbanon, that even if he was born after the Yibum, she's still an Eishes Ach. Right? She's still not permitted. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Not going to ask you to repeat it. Okay. Hubedinu.
It's right here. It says the black widow. There's all the rules about
Okay.
the black
Ubedivu.
widow. What happens if Levi dies? The blackest widow.
Ubedinu the Diflik Reb Shimon Reisha. So if that's the case, Reb Shimon's arguing even in the case where he was born before the Yibum, so wasn't Reb Shimon mentioned in the Reisha? Reb Shimon's only mentioned in the Sefer, in this Mishnah. Ubedinu Diflik Reb Shimon Reisha. Elo notalu the Rabbona the Messiah Masayu. They first wanted the Chum should finish presenting their position, how chumra it is. V'hod the Polig Alayu. And then he says, I argue with both, the first and the second. The second poshut, but even the first. So what's the case? The Characho finished. There was one brother, Umis, V'nodlo Noach, and then he was born afterwards. Right? Reuven dies childless. Now Shimon is born. Shimon cannot be Miyabein, although it's called Eshes Reuven. He cannot be because that wasn't there. Inami betray. What about the two brothers? V'lo Yibeim, V'lo Mis. The first brother didn't do Yibum. He didn't die either. Now Levi's old enough. He wants to do Yibum. He can't do Yibum. Because the only heter for Shimon is because Shimon took over the marriage. So it's called Eshes Shimon when Shimon dies. But over here, no. Right, because she's called Eshes Shimon. But if Shimon never did the Yibum, so who is she called? She's called Eshes Reuven. That's the reason. Right? Inami betray, v'lo Yibum, v'lo Mis. Okay, good. So now, if you say Shimon was Miyabim and then Levi was born, so he comes, when he's born, whose wife is she? She's the wife of Shimon's. Right? But if he's born before the Yibum, my timer, what's the reason why? Factually, she's called Eshes Reuven. Right? Doesn't make a difference, but she's called Eshes Reuven. Even though Shim takes over, because since she already was established as Eshes Reuven, and she was called Eshes Ach Shlo B'Mokum Mitzvah, she's Eshes Reuven. Right? So my answer is, Yesh Zika. Yeah, what is that? Chiddush. And V'Zika Keknusa Damya. Yeah, this. That is meaning, when he's born, let's say his brother dies, he's born. Wait, Levi. When Levi was born, there was already, pre-his being born, there was a connection between the widow of Reuven and Shimon. That connection is the equivalent to, like Shimon married her already. Right. So what she's called Eshes Shimon. Right. Okay? That's what he says. Zika Kanusa Damya. Maskalo Rav Yosef. No, Maskalo, he's asking. No, there's Reb Shimon. There's Reb Shimon. Maskalo Rav Yosef, Hashta Ziku Mamar, Misafkali Reb Shimon. We have a case with Zika and together with Mamar. Reb Shimon questions. We'll show in a minute. He's Mesupik what its value is. Ika Kenusa Damyu, love Kenusa Damyu. Zika, there where it's coupled, yeah, both together. He questions whether it's considered Kegnusa. Zika Lechuda mi boy. It's not possible, because we're coming to answer. How Bishlam is born after Shim does the Yibum Veterka Meshkachaslo. But before, it's Bisurka Meshkachaslo. So we answer Zika Knusa. How can you say Zika Knusa? Even with Maimer, Shim it's a suffix. It's a suffix whether it is. Where do we find he's Mesubik? Did not listen to the case. Shlosha Achim, Nishsuin, Shlosha Noshim, Nochrios. 3 brothers married to 3 women who are unrelated to one another. Right? Then unrelated. Now Shimon goes, and one brother dies, he does Maimer to that widow. Kedushin. Maimer's Kedushin.
Is there a sequence of the 2 remaining brothers as who should do it first? Or is it...
No, that's a separate halach. The older one's supposed to do it first. Okay? The older of the 2. One of them did it. It's irrelevant now. One of them did Maimer. Umes. And now that second brother, he dies.
So Reuben and Shimon now are dead.
Yeah, okay.
So
Potter's
maybe
Field.
they're talking maybe.
Potter's Field, okay? Okay. Vasa b'maimer. I don't want you to get depressed with so many people dying here. So I don't have to make a little, light. Vasa b'maimer, okay? Umes. So now Shimon died, but Shimon, his connection was only through Kedushin, Maimer. Hare
connection was only through...
He married her. He didn't do Yibum. He just gave her a ring in front of 2 witnesses. That's Maimer. Hare elu cholzos lo misyabos. So now, wait. So now Levi, now you have 3 brothers. Levi could only do cholzos. He could only do chalitza, but he cannot do Yibum. We'll see in a moment. Shneimar, umeis echod mehem. It says if one should die, yivam yovaleo. Misha leh zikas yovam echod lo sholeh zikas shne yavomim. Yeah, what happens? Mean like this. He didn't do Yibum, that means she's still connected to Ruvain. And because he did Maimer, there's a connection to Shimon. So now when Shimon dies, this woman who she connected to how many brothers? 2. The Torah says, it says makes echod mehem. It's only if there's a connection to one brother, that's when he's permitted to do Yibum. But since over there's a connection to 2 brothers, the Tanakama says there's no Yibum. So therefore you give chalitza, but the Yibum says Yivama Yovo Ler, it makes echod, that's when it's Yivama Yovo there. Therefore the cholzos lo mishabas. What does Reb Shimon say? Yeah, Reb Shimon omer miyabim leizmen shir. 1 second. Whichever one he chooses, he can do Yibum. There's Levi. They all were contemporary brothers, right? Labim leizmen shir. No, wait. Choletz lishnio. He gives one Yibum, the other one chalitza. Why? Yevurmi tarmeu lo. He can't do Yibum to both. Why? The Dilma Ziko. The Dilma Yesh Ziko. Yeah. V'avuk shtei Yevamos habos ma'is echod. Wait. No. It says you're supposed to be able to buy echod lo shnei batim. So over here, because she's still called Ruvain's wife, and she's called Shimon's wife. Right? So if that's the case, there's a double zika. If there's a double zika, you can't do Yibum. Right? 1 second. The Dilma Yesh Ziko of Avishtei Yevamos habos mi ba'is echod. The Mar is going to explain. Yevumi chad, the ifter idoch, let him do Yibum on one. If we see the 2 of them linked together, why can't the person be miyabim both? Both women, he can't be miyabim. Because if you see them both as Shimon's wives, you only miyabim 1, not 2. You can't miyabim both wives, right? Man has 10 wives. He dies. How many wives did he Yibum? 1. Right? So only one of the wives. So over here, Shimon did Maimer on Reuven's wife. Now Shimon dies. So what would say? So the Gemara says, you have Yibum Ichad of Yifta Idoch. Let him do Yibum 1. Let the other one is you have to give Chalitza to the other because the second one is connected to him also. Loi the Dilma Ein Ziko Kiknusa Danya Kiknusa. Because maybe. Wait 1 second. Right. Wait 1 second. Good. Wait. 1 second. But now we're talking. If you're Zika Kiknusa, right? If you're Zika Kiknusa, wait. So then afterwards, that means it's the equivalent of being married to Shimon, because there was a Zika to Shimon. Wait. No, so if there's a Zika, 1 second. Wait, the ifter idoch lo dilma Ein Zika ki Knusa. So if she's not Knusa to the second one, so if that, no, therefore he has to give a Chalitza because she still identifies with the first one. Right? If the Zika doesn't connect it to the second one like it's his wife, so now when he dies, whose wife is she? She's Reuven's wife. So he does Yibum on Shimon's wife, and he should do Yibum on Reuven's wife. Right, but he says before he can only give Chalitza because there's a chance that maybe Zika is Kikanusia. It is something. So if it's something, he can't be Miyam two women from the same bias. Right? So that's it. One second. Lo dilma ein Zika Knusa, vavalu stein Yevamos abos mishnei batim. Alma misafkalei. So you see he's questioning it. 1 second. Yeah. Well, rega. So the Gemara says, Almo, misafkalei. So how could you tell me, according to Reb Shimon, that you could actually, the reason why he could be miyabim, when it was nolad before yibum, he could be miyabim. It's eisach shlo yabalomo. So we said because zika knusi dame. Since the zika is to Shimon, so therefore it's considered Shimon's wife. That's what we wanted to say. But here he says, but you see, not like that this way. Because if we see Reb Shimon's Mesupik, if Zika may not be Kiknusya. So that means what is she? Bisura. So why does he say, how could you say, we're bringing a proof, we said, if he's born after Shimon's Miyabim, Vetero Kamishkachaslo. But if he's born before he does Yibum, so Bisura Kamishkachaslo. Someone says, you know something, if he's born after his brother dies, the Zika is considered like she's already married to Shimon. According to Reb Shimon. We're saying it's according to Reb Shimon. But we see Reb Shimon says it's not so simple. It's a suffix. So she may be Bisura. She may be Bisura. How could he do Yibum Chalitza? We understand. Because it's a suffix. So that's the first question now. Right? She may be Eishes Och Shloy Balomo, which is an Isser. If the brothers are not contemporaries. Let's say let's say there's only one brother. He dies childless, and then the brother is born afterwards. Everybody agrees. Even Reb Shimon, that's that case, he's not permitted to marry his sister-in-law. Because they're not contemporary. Now the question is, what about, there was a second brother, and he was born before Shimon did the Yibum. So he wasn't a contemporary Reuven. So what would you say? If Shimon already did the Yibum, we understand he does Yibum. Because when she died as Shimon's wife. But what about if before Shimon had a chance to do Yibum, Levi was born? That means when he was, whose wife was she? She was still Reuven's wife. And we want to say, according to Reb Shimon, even there it's permitted. So what would the rationale be? Because the linkage is the equivalent. She's already married to Shimon. But now we're showing from over here that's not the case. That it's questionable whether she's married to him. So if that's the case, yeah, Chalitza, yes, but Yibum not. I'll tell you, maybe in truth, Zika's Kiknusa. So why does over here does he say give Chalitza to the other? She should need nothing. If you see her as Eishes Shimon, she shouldn't need anything. She says maybe the reason why you give her Chalitza is Midrabanon, Midorais in truth, since you see it as Shimon's wife, the second one needs nothing. Right? Right, she goes. Drabonon. Right? Chite Midorais Hochanami de Miyab Mochado, Miftra Chado. Umidrabanu doser. Gzeira shem yomru. Beis Yevamos abos mishnei batim. Chadam yama vidach miftra below klum. Because people say factually, if she did Yibum, she's his wife. Say she's ish. But if he knew Yibum, what do people say? It's Reuven's wife and Shimon's wife. And he does Yibum one, all of a sudden, another brother's wife, it goes out free. It could come out a tremendous tragedy over here. So therefore, to cover our bases, you shouldn't have this misunderstanding. Give a chalitza, but the truth, she doesn't need chalitza. Okay. So Mor says, "What time did Shimon mishum maimer? Vlad maimer." So if that's the case, what do we have to have maimer? He did maimer. He says, even without maimer, you have the same problem. Yeah, if you tell me Zika alone is kiknusa, what do I need maimer? Right? The Tanya. Omer Shimon lechachomim imamoro shosheni maimer. If the mimer of the second brother is considered, has value, Esha Sheni Hu Boel. So therefore, Levi, whose wife is he marrying? He's marrying Shimon's wife, Esha Sheni. The Mamor Sheni in a Mamar, Esha Rishon Hu Boel. So it shouldn't be a problem. Therefore, you need chalitza. No, therefore, you need. So if he's saying this reason, this rationale, it's not because it's Rabbanon. He's saying the reason why you need chalitza is because the mimer may not be a mimer. No, he wants to show this. It's a sofek. The Gemara is showing from where. No. No, you could. No. I know. You know he could. No, I understand that. But he can't marry both. Wait, yeah. But he can't. You're right. Well. He's proving. He's proving his case. In his case, he could be miyam either one. Wait. The second one he has to give chalitza. He can't be miyam both. Wait. So we want to say truth. He could be. Really, he's miyam one because zika kenusa. But what is he saying to the chachamim? He says if the mimer of the second one is a mimer, so that both of them are Eshes Shimon. And if it's not, so then he should be able to be miyam the first one. Wait. But he's saying because if it's not, you see, he's mesupik. But clearly he's saying on that side, even together with mimer, she's connected to Ruvain. No, see, it's not a drabonon. The chalitz is not a drabonon. You see, the chalitz is doraisa. Omar le Abaye. So Abaye says, "V'lo shani loch bein zikas yov mech lo zikas shnei yevomim." You hear what he says? He says maybe we'll make a differentiation. When do we say zika keknuso? Omar loch Abaye. V'lo shani loch bein zikas yov mech lo zikas shnei yevomim. There's a difference whether you have a zika, you have one yovam or you have two yevomim. Dilma, he says, Kiyam Reb Shimon Zika Kenusa Damyo Yov Mechot. Yeah, what happened? It says Poshet. It says beautiful. Ruvain Shimon. No. I understand. You say you're burying everybody. No. Let's start over. You have Ruvain and Shimon. Rega. Ruvain dies. Okay? Now there's only one surviving brother. So there's a Zika. The Zika's two. You could only say Zika Kenusya. Let's say there were three brothers. So now let's say Reuven dies. So she can't be Kenusya to two brothers. No. It's either A or B. Right. But let's say there's only one brother. So we're saying when does Reb Shimon say Zika Kenusya? When you have one brother. Right. So when we have two nuts, so that's the case here. If you have two brothers, you can't say it. So therefore, mimer comes into play, because one did mimer. Yeah, that's what he says. When we see just the linkage, it's called a marriage. So therefore, it's beter k'meshkachas lo, right? Ava b'shnei yevomim lo. Yeah, that will make a differentiation. So now we're splitting hairs here. Reb Shimon definitely agrees that if the third brother is, everybody agrees, if the third brother is born after the Ibum of Shimon, it's Shimon's wife. That's easy. But even according to Reb Shimon, we'll make a differentiation. If he's born where there's only one surviving brother, so when he was born, there was already a link to that one brother. That link is marriage. That's marriage. Therefore, how does he find her? He finds a behetero. It's considered like Shimon's wife. But what happens? This is Yehuda. You had Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda. Yehuda wasn't born yet. Now, Reuven dies, so now his wife, his widow, falls to Shimon and Levi. Could you say that the linkage is it's considered like their wives? You have two brothers. And now Yehuda is born. Now it's a problem. So, now, without Mamar, whose wife is she? She's nobody's wife. She's still considered Reuven's wife. No, but therefore we identify Shimon as Reuven's wife. But you don't. But the Zika cannot be marriage. Cannot be marriage. So that Reb Shimon there would agree. That's Eshach Shloya Balomo. They're not contemporary, because since the linkage is not equivalent of marriage, because they're two brothers, surviving brothers. So when Yehuda comes into the picture, whose wife do we identify as? Because she's not linked to Reuven and Shimon as wives, to Shimon and Levi. So she's Reuven's wife. Reuven's wife's a problem. That's like. Of course, he wasn't alive at the time, right? It's That's where Reb Shimon would be. That's where that's Eishes Ach. She goes free. Even Reb Shimon would agree there. Okay? So Mari says, Eson Abayi Mishani le Reb Shimon. Does Reb Shimon make such a differentiation? If there's one brother, two brothers, Watanyo, Klal Reb Shimon, Kol Shaledu Kodemis Linusuin, Lo Choletz Lo B'Siabemis. If he was born before he marries her, the brother marries her, no Chalitz Lo Yibum. Well, Nesuin Kodim Leleido. But if the marriage is before, we're talking this like Maimer, right? Nesuin Kodim Leleido. Oh, Chalitz Lo B'Siabemis. My love. What are we speaking about there? My love, Yovim Echod. We're speaking about there's one Yovam Uktoni Lo Chalitz Lo B'Siabemis. Right? Seeming that's speaking about. But we just finished saying, according to Reb Shimon, if there's one Yavam, Zika is Kiknusya, so why does she go free without anything? So Mar says, Lo, who said we're talking about there's only one brother? Bishnei Yavamim. That case over there speaking to two Yavamim. So therefore, unless she's fully married to Shimon, that's Eishach Shlo Yibalomo. Ava Yom Echad Mai. He says, so they say that, so what's the case if there's only one Yavam? Eino Chanami. Chanam Ochaletz Zomis Yabemis. Then Reb Shimon would hold that case. It's considered the wife of Shimon. So Marci Hochet taught in the Suin Kodem Leido. What does that say if the full marriage was before he was born? Ochaletz Zomis Yabemis. Listen to the door. Let's talk about the one case. I'll tell you, there was no marriage period. No marriage. If there's one brother, Zika's enough. And if there's two brothers, then it's not enough. What do we have to get involved with in the suing? Nothing. One brother, Zika's marriage. So now if he dies, Levi marries. It does Yibum. If the two brothers, no. The Medvar, Mishnei Yevomim, of Yov Mecher, Uchaletzum Siabemis. Kula B'shnei Yevomim K'mayri. Elamai Klola. So what's the klal? Vod Moser Reboshe Gimelachim. Okay, all kinds of combinations here. Gimelachim, Shnai Mehem Nesuin Shtei Achios. Yeah? Two brothers are married to two sisters, which are, right? So it's a problem. If one dies, the sister doesn't fall to the other brother. Listen to this. No. According to what? No chalitza. It's a sister-in-law. It's an element, right? Gimelach Shnei Mehem Nesuin Shtei Achios. Oh, Ishu Bita. One brother's married to the mother, the other brother's married to the daughter. Oh, Isha Ubas Bita. No big families, right? The granddaughter, the wife and the granddaughter. Bas Beno. Oh, Isha Bas Beno. Hareelu Cholzos Lo Misyamos. No, because there's a third brother. So when they both die, it's called Achas Kukoso. You had a case. Reuven, Shimon, Levi. They're all alive, contemporaries. Now, Reuven dies. So if Reuven dies, no problem. Shimon could be Miyabim, Reuven's wife. But Levi could be Miyabim. Levi could be Miyabim. What happens? Shimon dies. Before Levi, the Jibum on Reuven's wife. So now he has Zika to two sisters, right? Rabbinic, that's called Achas Ukukoso. He has two sisters who are connected to him. So because he's connected, if he's Miyabim one of them, there's some level of linkage to the other sister. It looks like Achosishto. So therefore, rabbinically, we say, you know something, Yibum you can't do. You do Chalitza. Because factually, truth, he could do either one. If he does one, the other one's out. Yeah, it looks like it because there's a linkage. Marrying one, you're marrying somebody, the other one's already connected to you. And the other one connected to you, so is a sister. Right? Because of the Zika. So, Reb Shimon Poter. Ata Shomea. Poter. Why? He absolves them. Nothing. No, not even Chalitza. V'iso gadait k'sav Reb Shimon Zika Kenusia Damyo Liyabem L'Kemaisa of the Poter. Finished. If the old Reb Shimon holds Zika, it's like marriage. So the first one died. That means Levi is married to the first sister. Because Zika Kenusia. So if that's the case, the second sister shouldn't get Chalitza. Right? What I'm saying, Reb Shimon potem iso gedaitoch, so Reb Shimon zika knusa damyo. Potem means he marries neither. Reb Shimon says he marries neither. But if you're saying the moment Reuven dies, he's married to Reuven's wife, so when Shimon's wife becomes the widow, that means what? That's achos ishto. So if it's achos ishto, it's understood, right? 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 1 second. That's what Rashi says. Liabim lekamai sahid nofla bereisho. Where it says Reb Shimon Poter af min achalitza kreton lekam b'shmaitzit. Melitzro, it's considered like two sisters. Liabim lekamai sahid nofla bereisho afilo hispik lekonso achenof lachoso. Even though he didn't do the yibum yet, and that subsequently Shimon's wife dies, but fact is, if you hold zikas kiknusa, right? Ma'ich paslon dehave ziko kamaisa kiknusa. Ditipot basraisim shum achosisho. Kamaisa tisyabim. Why? The chiyovim echo dome, because he's already married her, because zika kiknusio. Omer Avamram. So Avamram says, my poter. Nami, poter b'shniya, enochanami. Poter doesn't mean both of them go free. The Gemara said, we say, Reb Shimon, we want to say, Reb Shimon, Zika is like it's your wife. That's how we said Pshat and Reb Shimon. That's why even if he's born before Shimon does Yibum, when after Shimon dies, he could marry, he does Yibum on Shimon's wife. The Zika, when he was born, she already was married to Shimon, right? But we're asking for all these. See, he's poter. But if you're telling me Zika Kiknusa, why does he say both wives leave with nothing? Let him do Yibum on one, and the other one goes free, finished, because he's like married to the first one already. So Rav Amram says, no, you know what poter means? Poter doesn't mean they both go free. The second one, he's miyabim the first, because Zika Kiknusa dami, and the second one is poter, because achos ishto. Say no chenami. This is exactly what we said. Zika is Kiknusa dami. And when Reuven dies, Levi is immediately married to whose wife? To Reuven's wife. When Shimon dies, his wife goes free without anything. Right? So the Gemara says, but how could you say, what Tanya? We have a bride that says, Reb Shimon poter b'shtehen. So that's clear. Right? He says explicitly. Right? Omar Rava, shniya shebezug zer, ashniya shebezug zer. Yeah? Shnei means both couples. You have Ruvain and you have Shimon. Right? Yeah. Omar Rava Shniya Shebezug Zeh, Vashniya Shebezug Zeh. Yeah. One second. One second. We're speaking about there were three brothers, right? Shnayim mehem nesu shtei yachos v'ishu bito u'meisu shneim v'nofel l'fnei hashlishi achs min rishonis misyabemis, right? The first one of the wives of the first one, he's miyabim, not a problem, because he's not married to a sister of that, right? V'shtayim achronos peturos. The Chadim in Rishonos, right? Chashuv kiknusa, imsiabemis, vashnios potros. As mishamerva, the haimina in Rishonos, the choshvis kiknusa, islay, chado krova, v'shtam shnios nibtzis achas yotzis mishum erva, shnia mishum tzaroso. You know what's bothering me? What's bothering me is, no, it's good. No, yeah, it is bothering me. Abai wanted to differentiate between when do we say Zika Kiknusia, that's only if there's one brother. Right? No, not less than the Pope. Yeah. That's what Abai wanted to say. But if the two brothers who she married to, so let's talk about this case. No, but we have a problem now. No, we have a problem. We have this case. Three brothers, two are married to two sisters, then you have a third brother. So it says, Rav Shimon says, the woman wants to say, that he does Yibum on the first one, and he's poter the second one, because it's achos ishto. No, before we quoted the Brisa, right? We says Reb Shimon doesn't mean to say they both go free, right? One goes free. One goes free. He does Yibum on the first, because when the second one came into the picture, it's like the sister of his wife. She goes free, okay? But we're speaking about the three brothers here. No, but it's good, because there was no Zika to the second brother because it was a sister, right? So it's like one brother. There's only one brother. Right, because only the third brother comes into play. No, there's no Zika. There's no Zika to the second brother because it's Achos Ishto. It's good. Okay, we'll stop here.